The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
It's time to BS.
A Colorado congresswoman named Lauren Boebert was getting a bit frisky during a Beetlejuice play. Talk about wrong place, wrong time. I understand the whole point of, you gotta get out of here sometimes, but, not necessarily the smartest way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this fabulous trash heap of stupidity. We are coming to you live from the beaches of Long Island, New York. It is time to BS with Daniel Smooth, brought to you by our friends over at Lock Train Watches. Use the promo code TIME2BS at locktrain.com for some sweet deals over on the website. Get some stylish new watches that are American-made and will be sure to make you stand out. Use the promo code BellyUpFantasy at manscaped.com for 20% off your next order and clean up your undercarriage with glory. Use the promo code BellyUp20 at candidips.com for 20% off your next order of cannabis-infused pouches grown in the sunny state of California right here in the US of A. And this podcast is sponsored by Swift Lifestyles. Get your esports supplements today with the promo code TIME2BS for some sweet deals to keep your game on. And don't forget to download the free U Stadium app and top with the best sports fans and even win some great prizes. Anyway, I mean, that's an interesting way to go about just getting your horniness out. Giving a handy in a Colorado theater. You know, the theater community is interesting. I did happen to see Wicked over on Broadway here in New York some time ago, probably like a week ago, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I understand now why Broadway is so popular, but here we are. So, we start things off with Travis Kelce having Thanos levels of Riz. As, there were rumors. There were plenty of rumors of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce getting it down with music superstar. I don't know if you call her country or pop, I'm not sure, but music star, superstar. Sorry, Taylor Swift. So, we spotted her in a suite in Kansas City with Mama Kelce in Kansas City as the Chiefs play the Bears. And of course, I could not watch the Seahawks game because, of course, New York loves to put the Chiefs games on. As if the Chiefs bandwagon could not get any bigger. They now have the entire cult of Taylor Swift on their side. Good fucking Lord. It is terrible. We don't like it. Which button is it? Wrong one. No. Thank you. It's that one. I'm not even against Taylor Swift. I'm not. I think she's a cool lady. But good Lord, it's like music fans are a cult. There are certain fans that are just like, all right, you're acceptable. Like, Jonas Brothers are chill-ish. Nothing against it. I have nothing against music fans. But when you're constantly saying, shit like, oh, this is the greatest music genre ever, I'm like, all right, it's just your opinion, dog. But, you don't need to shove it in my face. But this is not about music. No, this is about Travis Kelce. As I said before, he has Thanos levels of Riz. I mean, good for him, man. Just come back to me in 4 months when you inevitably have a breakup song read about you. Not like that joke has been said 1,000 times. But I must add insult to injury. Because, of course, I am late to the party. Next up, Jet fans, you can have nothing nice. You just can't. Like, I feel bad. I feel more bad for the fan base, because, like, when will this torture end? When will it end? We don't know. So the Jets lost 15-10, I think it was, to the Patriots on Sunday. And it was an ultimate case of, good God, just end the misery already. 15-10. Thank you. And the defense played great, because of course they did. The Jets defense. And the offense can't seem to do shit. And then Robert Saleh, the Jets head coach, constantly saying, we have Zach's back, we have Zach's back. He's saying all the right things. But, I mean, this is also your fault. Because you refuse to help this kid in any way, shape, or form. I mean, that is literally on you. I mean, I can't feel bad for you. You're stubborn, man. This is your fault. God, that's hot. I love how it's 8:15 at night on a Thursday, and I'm having coffee. But, whatever. The Portland Trailblazers are in the news. You know the NBA season's approaching when massive trades happen. I don't know if they call this a massive trade. I think it's a what took you so long trade. Because we all knew Damian Lillard was going to get traded eventually. We all knew. The fact it took him this long to request a trade just boggles my effing mind, but it's whatever. So, if you haven't heard the news, Damian Lillard has been traded from the Portland Trailblazers to the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Phoenix Suns, ironically enough, are involved in this deal. And it's a 3-team deal. And you can look up the pieces that were traded to Portland or Phoenix or wherever the fuck. Like, this was a spite deal. Because Lillard made it public you wanted to go to Miami. I want to go to Miami, blah, 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 blah. And of course, Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat is saying, yeah, you need to get out of tampering here, but you need to look into this for tampering. But at the same point, this is literally the best thing that could happen for a small market team like Milwaukee. And yes, it's a small market team. Look, I mean, good for Milwaukee. I mean, you have a threat outside of Giannis that you can legitimately say, yeah, I can score 40 at will. And he can. Lillard can do that. But I'm happy for the Bucks fan base. I mean, you got a really great player. Miami's still a good team. They made it to the finals last year. Everyone could just shut up. But what do I know? Anyway. It wouldn't be a time to BS with Daniel Smooth episode without me ranting about the Seahawks or the Islanders. We'll do that later. But Seattle beat Carolina on Sunday. Struggled in the first half against the Panthers. But ultimately beat Carolina 37-27 at home. Defense, for the most part, played pretty good. They got gashed in the passing game again. But this is a bend but don't break defense. I mean, it's not going to be pretty. But I'm all for it. I am all for the defense playing like they are. I'm all for the defense being a bend but don't break kind of team. I like it. I really do. And it's they have a good test against what should be a pretty good Giants team. Should be. On Monday night. But we'll see how this goes. Speaking of football, the Dolphins. Good Lord. Mike, I'm sorry, pal. The Dolphins proceed to put a 70 burger on the Denver Broncos. And Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel looks like a fucking genius. And Tua looks really good. Tua Tagovailoa looks really, really good. And obviously the people are talking about Sean Payton this, Sean Payton that's like that team's that roster is a disaster on defense. Outside of Surtain and Simmons, who the hell's there? Let's be real. But I'm trying to find a team that could match up blow for blow with the Dolphins. They look stupid. Now we're going to find out to see how real they are in Buffalo this Sunday. They're probably going to play a pretty good Chiefs team in November. I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Hi, Donut. Don't you dare press buttons. Thank you. Love you, asshole. But I am so fascinated by how the Dolphins just ran up the field. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna do stuff. We're gonna do all sorts of crap to you, Denver. Donut, why is it every time I try to record a podcast, you have to be a fucking crackhead? Why do you have to do these things? You're just weird. Get out. Stop being a weirdo. No, scat. Scat, cat. Every time. Every fucking time. Anyway, I have a theory. I have a theory for you all today. The Arizona Cardinals are 1-2. Their current starting quarterback is Josh Dobbs. Career backup, journeyman, whatnot. He's been around. He's been around. Their other starting quarterback, their star quarterback, Kyler Murray, is nursing an ACL injury. And he's expected to be back by, week 7? I don't know. But my theory is this. If you watch the Cardinals play, they are weirdly competitive. Wasn't this the team that was projected to get the first overall pick this year? Now it might be the Bears. Who knows? But there is a certain team here on the East Coast that could use a quarterback. No, it's not the Jets. I'm looking at Washington. Let's just say Washington's in the hunt for the playoffs. Let's just say Washington is in need of quarterback assistance, and Sam Howell just isn't getting it done. If you're new ownership, Josh Harris, and you're the Commanders' front office, why don't you call the Cardinals to say, hey, how much for Kyler? If it's 2 firsts and a second and a third or some shit. Let's just throw this out there judging by how these trades are going to work. If the Cardinals trade Murray, could happen. I would bet Washington hey, you never know how this shit works. Could be real. Could be nice. I mean, I'm just sitting here drinking my thinking coffee. My brain decides to work these things. So, we'll get to some hockey next week because the NHL preview special will be next week, and Jack is supposed to be there. And we'll get to talk some hockey. Preview all 32 teams. Probably. Stanley Cup pick, playoff picks, you know the whole deal. It'll be exciting. But we'll get to some sports, because I'm just pumped. I'm pumped for the Islanders this year. A full season of Bo Horvat, a full season of Pierre Engvall. I'm curious to see how everyone's going to mesh together. They brought back Mayfield, they brought back Engvall, they brought back Varlamov. They brought a bunch of guys back that you knew are going to contribute to the team. Now, obviously, people are losing their shit over the 7-year deals for Engvall and Mayfield, but Lou Lamoriello did the thing he was supposed to do. Keep the core together. I don't know why this fan base continuously trashes a Hall of Fame general manager. Sure, just here's the keys to the car. Tell this whole thing is, don't tell someone how to do their job. If you think you can run a hockey team better than the general manager who's in the effing Hall of Fame, please be my guest. Please be my guest. Until then, shut the hell up. But my expectations are playoffs, scoring goes up, defense plays better, goaltending is still the same. Just take it one game at a time and enjoy the ride. Again, but my overall predictions for this season will be, during the NHL preview special. But, I figured just get this out of the way. Get this quickly out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Give it a good 20, 25 minute program. Just have some fun. But, I don't want to talk about the Chandler Jones Raiders situation because I don't know enough to share my point of view on this whole thing. But, I wanted to get to this last episode, but I really couldn't. I had the whole mental health dilemma that is around today. How would I describe it? I could be the cynical fuck and say, this is your fault. Oh, this is all your fault, blah, 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 because you're not doing enough. In reality, that'd just be the dick move. Now, someone from experience who has dealt with a bunch of shit like that, I've been very vocal about my story. For those who know me, and those who are very close to me will know my story. I'm probably the first to tell you that doing nothing about it doesn't help. If you just sit there and just do nothing and just wait for the dark clouds to pass over your head, it's not going to help. It's just flat out not going to help. You're doing yourself more of a disservice than anything else. But we all want something or someone in our life, but we completely forget to appreciate who or what we already have in our life. Like, hey, I may want to be a millionaire or a billionaire or have this podcast soar in the the popularity charts, but I appreciate what I'm already doing. Hey, I want, a family or, people to just good people in my life when I already do. I have great people in my life, John's in my life, Lewis is in my life, my family's in my life, my girlfriend's in my life, just good people that I know I can talk to. Miranda, Courtney, it's just a bunch of just name dropping people Sean, Kyle, Pete, Mike, both Mikes, the people, Wong, I have a bunch of people that I know I can go to when I need someone to talk to. It's just like, spend time with those people, just spend time with me, because it would help a lot to get out of my head. I know I don't have a smoking hot body, but that's okay because I worked my ass off to lose the weight that I did. I've learned to appreciate what I have and not what I want. I want these things, but I know I appreciate what I have. And that seems to be a mindset that seems to be just leaving, from what I see, that seems to just be leaving our headspace. We want so much, but are doing nothing to have it come true. It's weird because we have all these wants, we have all these things that are in our lives, and just we want these things. But again, what are we doing about it that are making them come true? Nothing. We're doing nothing. And if you just, we scroll through TikTok, we scroll through Instagram, we watch hours of YouTube, just doing nothing. We're not moving forward. And your purpose in life, there's another thing. What is your purpose? You say things like, oh, I don't have a purpose in life. Yeah, you do. You do have a purpose in life. And it's to be the best person that you know you can be. Just, if you don't want to go to work because you feel like it's pointless, go to work. If you don't want to go to the gym because you feel like it's pointless, well, still go to the gym anyway. I might go later. Hell, I might do that. I might go after this podcast. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But it's a lengthy process, but the process is so worth it. It is so worth just seeing your work show up and appreciate what you are doing to get to this point. Take your time with life. You cannot rush the beauty of life. And that's easy to forget because we're so focused on today's standards of, social media poisoning our life. We're pushing away what we, already have in our life and just fail to appreciate that. So that's my 2 cents on everything. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Time to BS with Daniel Smooth. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow the show wherever you find us and crap, and I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for the people in my life. Call some people. Call people that you can count on and shit. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Smooth. I'm coming to you from the beaches of Long Island, New York. And I'll see you all in this life or the next one. Have a good one, guys.